All right. Good afternoon, friends and family. This is Denise. I'm president of Repair, Restore, and Grow Black Communities, and we are in the Stepper store with Bernard's Hats.
That is correct.
That's right. And Bernard, I want to thank you so much for taking time to do this interview.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, absolutely. We know our business people are very busy out here, and so we do appreciate you taking this time. We're located at 9017 South Commercial, and this is a hat store, but it's more than a hat store. And so we're going to be talking to Bernard about his establishment. I do want to indicate that our RGBC, we are a nonprofit organization, and we started 2 years ago in an effort to enhance the circulation of dollars in our community. And we believe the best way to do that is by supporting our black-owned businesses, because our black-owned businesses are more than likely to hire black people, provide other entrepreneurial opportunities for people in the community, do services in terms of things that they need with other black businesses, support causes in the community, and serve as role models for other entrepreneurs and our children. When our children see us working, that is often inspiring, because we've had a lot of businesses to come on here, Bernard, where the proprietor of the store's son or daughter grew up watching their parents working in the store and continued. Wesley's Shoes, which I'm sure you're familiar with,
Right,
used to be here
right.
in Roseland. Bruce over in Hyde Park told the story of him growing up working with his father. So we know how important our businesses are. And there are many other people who come into our community and set up businesses, and they do not give back. All
That
of
is
those
correct.
dollars go straight out. But when we support black businesses like Bernard's, we know that these dollars are going to help circulate in our community and offset the inequities when it comes to resources that are supposed to go to different communities in Chicago. So that is one of the reasons that we started this organization. We support businesses. We've helped a couple of businesses get websites to enhance their marketing to the community, and we provide this podcast which airs every Wednesday night with a black business in the Chicago area. And as of today, we have hosted over 70 podcasts in this 2 years. And then we are big supporters of our bookstores, because we feel like knowledge is very important. And what's in your mind and what you think and what you know is going to enhance what you do. And so we are big supporters of our black bookstores. And where we once had 22 black bookstores here in Chicago, and we were down to 2, we're now up to 8. We have a resurgence of bookstores. So we're big proponents. Our bookstore of the month is Underground over in Chatham. And yes, it is Underground over in Chatham. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to take that back. It is the Book Joint. Underground was our bookstore for last month, but the Book Joint in Bronzeville is our bookstore of the month. And Verlene is the proprietor, and we have a book giveaway, which I will announce at the end of the show. Every month, we give a book away. And we also support the Southside Community Federal Credit Union, which is located on 55th and Wentworth. It's a black-owned financial institution that's been giving loans to people in the black community and supporting the black community. And so we ask that you support the Southside Community Federal Credit Union. So we're going to get started with this interview. I did not know that this store was here. And
20 years.
absolutely, and that's the other reason why we have this podcast, because we have some wonderful establishments in Chicago, that a lot of our people just don't know about. And as Bernard says, he's been here for 20 years.
That's right.
20 years providing a great service. And this is not just a hat shop. This is the Stepper store. So Bernard, can you tell us what that means?
Which
in
means?
terms of this is a Stepper store.
Right. Well, I got started by marketing stepping. See, most people don't know that, right? I had the T-shirts in 1999.
1999.
Right.
Okay.
So we were promoting stepping,
Okay.
you know, and
Okay.
then it caught on. Then after a while, I started my hat store
Mm-hmm.
and my clothing store, catering to steppers, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's a look that they have, and you know, the interviews that I was doing, most people were surprised, right? Because I don't, you know, it's all over the country, right?
Okay.
So the same thing that I did for stepping, I did for hats. Same
Okay.
formula I use for stepping, I use for hats.
And what's that formula?
That formula is get a good product,
Mm-hmm.
quality product,
Mm-hmm.
good customer service,
Okay.
and repeat business.
And repeat business.
That's right. That's how you
Okay.
survive. Now, if
Okay.
you're missing one of those, you know, then you're lacking a little bit. But that's the formula, right?
Okay.
Treat people right,
Absolutely.
you know, and be an honest person. That's all.
Well, you have given some very fundamental information because a lot of our young people are wanting to become entrepreneurs today. They're wanting to start their own business. And the last thing that you said is one of the most important, and that's how you treat people.
That's right.
See, because when people come into a store, they're coming in here to buy, or if they go in a restaurant, you want to eat, but it's really more about establishing a
That's
relationship.
right. Good customer service.
Good customer service.
That's right. That's the key.
And I have to say, my first time coming in here,
Right.
I was treated right.
That's right. And that's
And-
what everybody's treated the same.
That's
you
right.
know.
That's right.
And that's good customer service.
That's right. I felt special when I came in here. Now, is this your only location?
This is my only location.
Okay, you've been here for this long.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you mentioned stepping, and I was also going on your website and looking up some information about you and how stepping came from the Lindy Hop.
Right.
The Lindy Hop. Now I'm not familiar with that.
That's back
That-
in the day. That's your grandfather time.
Okay.
Right. They were doing the same thing.
So that's back in the
20s, 30s,
20s
40s,
and 30s.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
If you saw the movie Malcolm X, when
Okay.
you saw
Yes.
them doing that dance, that's the Lindy Hop. When
Okay.
you saw you and Spike Lee, right,
Okay.
dancing with the zoot suits and all. See, that's Lindy
Okay.
Hop.
Okay.
So the variations started to progress,
Uh-huh,
right? So
uh-huh.
now we went from bopping to stepping, right? And you know, and it survived.
Now that's what I remember. See, I learned how to when I was coming up. That's what they was
That's
calling
right.
it bop.
That's right.
I'm from the West Side of
Right.
Chicago, and
Yeah.
so we would bop, and then we got into stepping, and it is a African American form
Of ballroom dancing.
of ballroom
See,
dancing.
and that's what the disservice. That's why stepping is surviving, right? It's part of your soul. You know, you get a chance to express your soul, right? We have no soul music, right?
Absolutely.
That's why this is so hot right now,
That's
right?
right.
They don't understand it, right?
That's right.
You know, they don't understand what's happening, right? But when
That's
you
right.
take away soul music, you lose a part of your soul, right?
That's right.
So when you go out and step, you get a chance to express your soul. Do
And
that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense to me because what it is, what they call improvisation.
That's right.
You know, we know how to create order within that realm of
Right.
improvisation.
With rhythm.
Everything that's in it.
That's right. So I mean, you know, if you think about it, you know, it's all true. See,
Mm-hmm.
and see, you can't deny us. Our
That's right.
soul, you try, right?
right.
That, with all that other music and everything, you know,
That's right.
it don't hit your soul. It don't touch your soul, right?
That's right. That's
so
right.
when we have things that touch our soul, it makes us act a certain way, right?
That's right.
And don't think people don't know that. That's why they're trying to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but they can't because we're not. You know, each generation gonna start to understand. I need to feel something that
That's
touches
right.
my soul.
That's right.
And
That's
that's why
right.
stepping is so hot right now.
I remember that makes me think about what we used to call calling the dozens,
Mm-hmm.
and you would be signifying.
Right.
And I mean, but it was an art to it.
Right.
And there was the improvisationality of it.
That's right.
And you didn't get into a fight.
Nope.
You know, you was able to control.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
that movement of the spirit.
See, but that was freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, you know, when it's commercialized, right, it takes something from it.
Takes
right?
something
so
from
now
it.
everybody's getting all off. You know, we used to signify all day, talk
All
about each
day,
other,
talk
mama,
about mama.
and all
That's
that.
right,
But it was
that's right.
fun then.
It was fun.
See, but now it's
And it was a talent.
That's right. So now the comedians do it, and they get, you know, do what they do, right? But everybody got to make a living. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. I went to the jazz showcase the other night to hear a band, and the gentleman got up and he said, we usually play in sets. He said, but I'm gonna play until I'm finished.
Right.
And he said, and I'm gonna play based on the vibe that I get from you.
Yeah.
So this is how he was talking to the audience.
Right.
And then he kind of stopped because it was a predominant. There weren't too many black people there.
Right.
But this was a black artist.
Right.
And he was saying, he stopped in the middle and he said, you know, I'm used to some call and response.
Right.
You know, and they would listen. Everybody sitting there real still, and then after he finished playing a solo, somebody they clapped. You know. But wasn't really.
It's not the same.
Not the
same.
same.
See, this is manufactured. You know what I mean? It's not real, right?
That's right.
You know, and we don't understand it because the reality TV make people think that everything is real.
That's right.
And that's how they look at it. Our younger generation is caught up, right?
That's right.
But they don't understand that's not real.
That's
See, you might name it reality, right?
That's right.
But we who know. And when we look at it, we know it's all staged, it's all, you know what I'm saying? So we lost something in transit.
Yes, we
so
have. Yes,
we have to find a way to get the next generation to understand.
That's right.
And that's one thing about, like I say, if no soul music, see, they don't know the difference. Now, you could put James Brown on for somebody 7 years old, right?
That's right.
And
they gonna move.
They gonna move,
They
right?
gonna move.
But we have to keep it out here.
That's
you
right.
Know,
That's right.
What's interesting, I saw an interview with a rapper who was explaining how now they trying to kill rapping like they did with soul music, right?
Okay.
With disco, you know what I mean? So they're using their same formula, right?
Okay.
See, so now they finna take rap out.
Right.
See, because it's not doing what they wanted to do. They're not
Absolutely.
calling them out their name because, you know, then they don't get no action, right? So they realizing that's what it is. It's a form of control.
That's right.
So.
But they can't stop it because the other thing that's starting to come out is what they call urban fiction. They're starting to write books. Even some of the guys in prison, they're just coming out of prison, they're starting to write books. And it's really just wrapping into stories.
Okay.
But what's characteristic of it is it's about African Americans, it's about black people,
Right.
and there's truth in it. You know, it's what things that they're talking about really happen.
Right.
You know, and so they're starting to write about it. So it's like you try to squash over here and something else comes up. You know, I don't think they're going to be able to start and control it.
Because it's real.
That's right.
See,
That's right.
when it's real, it's hard to kill.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
Now, lies and, you know, all that, you know, you can stop it, right? But when it's real, it's real. Like you said, if you put your hand in a car door and slam it in there, you're going to respond, right?
That's right.
That's real.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So you have to kind of understand what's really going on.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right. Absolutely. Well, Bernard, who are your customers?
My customers are anybody who like quality, style, you know what I mean? And they want to be an individual. They don't want to dress like the masses, right? You know, it's a form of dressing that you create. It's a form of artwork. You're expressing yourself with the way you dress, right?
Okay.
See, when you look good, you feel good. You
That's
know what I'm saying? So now, if you look like a bum, you're going to feel like a bum, right?
Okay.
If you dress down, you know, hey, but when you dress up, your whole personality improves, right? And people, they don't believe until they try it. I have customers come over here. I transition them from one to the other, right?
Okay.
And like I say, after 20 years, I kind of understand what I'm doing, right? When they come in, they come back and they tell me, But nah, man, I went out, man, it was total difference.
Totally
man,
different,
right?
the way
See,
people see
that's
you.
right. You got me wearing hats and suits, and and then people get treated different.
That's right.
You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
The way you are dressed determines the way you are addressed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. It's real simple.
That's right.
But you have to know, and it's our job to inform them when they don't know.
I think people kind of started to move away from those things. They considered it like you used to have to dress a certain way. You know, my parents, my grandparents were church people.
Right.
You know, my grandfather was a
That's
deacon,
right.
and he dressed up on
That's
Sunday,
right.
and grandma dressed up on Sunday. You dressed up on Sunday,
Right.
and you went to church. But I noticed as time went on, people started wanting to become. There was this rift where people wanted to become more lax in the way they were dressing,
Casual.
and they were comparing what was going on in our institutions as opposed to what was going on in other institutions. Where you go to the Catholic Church, you could show up in some shorts.
Right. And we followed.
And we followed.
Check this out. Right. Now back in slavery, when we was really down and everything,
Okay.
when they got out the field, they dressed up, right?
Right.
When you see them out in the street, you didn't know who the boss was and who the slave was,
That's
right?
right.
Based on the way you dressed, right? And that's how it should be, because everybody was on guard, right? I don't know who this is, it kind of puts you, and then when they start to have people dressing down, like pants hanging down, and that's, I mean, that's where we're going, right? Because it's designed for us to go there. We follow in suit, right? But my job is, when I get a younger man in here and he come in this store, I let him know this is a man's store, right?
Okay.
You have to dress like a man, and you got to act like a man.
Okay.
See, we don't do all that. I don't sell gym shoes. I
Okay.
tell them that too.
Okay.
When they complain about it, right? No, we don't do that, right?
Okay.
We're grown men here, you know what I mean? So you're going to have to dress like a man. Then once they get introduced to them, they fall in love with it. That's
Okay.
why it's growing like it is.
Sure, sure.
I have annual hat parties, right? Now, you recall when I opened up 20 years ago, they wasn't wearing hats,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
People was telling, oh, you finna throw some money away, but nah, because they're not wearing hats. I said, they will. Because men wear hats and boys wear baseball caps, right?
Okay. Okay.
This is my annual hat party, right?
Oh wow.
You see,
Wow, look at this.
right? That's from the annual hat party.
Okay.
We had hat contests.
We had hat contests.
Yeah.
And you
Those
make the
ones-
hats?
No, you can
No?
get wherever you get it
Wherever
from,
you
right?
get it
You
from.
can get it and you can compete,
So
right?
here you have, on this one, you have men and you have
Women,
women.
right? Because everybody's in there, right?
Okay, men and women.
And I'm gonna show you too how important it is, right? People don't understand. Now, did you see me on the Steve Harvey show?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, I'm
Yeah,
not in the
that's-
audience, right?
Okay. Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
See, and you see, I got a hat on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see, when you're a man, right, you don't let people change who you are. So
Okay.
when I was going on stage, one of the Caucasian guys, they asked me about the hat, to lose the hat.
Okay.
And I said, no, it's part of me, right?
Pardon
And
me.
then Steve said, no, that's good,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because he's a man.
Okay.
See, and men recognize men. He understands men stuff, right?
Okay.
See, I was at the point, if I had to lose the hat and I sell hats, what am I doing here?
Okay.
Right? See, I don't
Okay.
have to participate.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you got to believe, you got to have confidence, right? Being a black man in America is not easy. So you have to stand for things and stand on yours and be dedicated to it, right? And you'll be successful. I know. See, and I try to encourage black businesses, because if we had black businesses treating us like we're supposed to be treated, giving us what we deserve and everything, we'll
Absolutely.
spend money with each other.
Absolutely.
See, we all under the impression that the other man's water is colder, right? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So we have to dispel that myth.
Right.
When I open this store, that's one thing I did. This is not going to be like what they think black businesses is. I open on time, I close on time. Good customer service, repeat business. I'm good. See, I know and I work it. So my attitude don't vary. It stays the same. See, I had a doctor came in here. Black doctor was in here. But it was a gentleman I was waiting for before he came.
Okay.
See, you come first, you get service first. So I tell the doctor, look around, see if something you like, right? But I'm working with this customer, and he's, taking his time, and so the doctor's getting irritated, right? And he tells me, I don't have a lot of time, I'm Doctor Woo Woo, right? I said, well, he was here first.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
See, that's respect.
That's right.
Sometimes when you're big, you got to be, understand, right?
Okay.
That, fair is fair.
That's right.
See, and if they don't say anything about Bernard, you ask, my name is good in the industry, right?
Right.
He's fair. He's straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I prefer. Don't play games and all that because hey, honesty is the best policy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen. Somebody, like you say, a doctor or somebody with a certain title come in and they're waiting on somebody else and leave them, and
right.
That person takes preference.
Right, because they looking at, if he's a doctor, he's gonna be a good, loyal customer. He's gonna spend more. No, you don't never know. You don't judge people. When you're in business, you can't look at people and decide whether or not they're gonna spend or not. You never know, right?
You never know.
So you treat everybody the same,
right.
and you get the same results, right?
That's right.
I mean, it's you see, I enjoy doing what I do, right?
I see.
Because I stay true to it, right? And one thing about it, you see, you got this on your podcast. I'm gonna tell you something. I know why freedom costs so much, and it's so hard to get. You know why?
Wow.
Because it feels so damn good.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
it
right.
feels good. That's why you have to earn it, right?
That's
And I understand that 20 years I've been free. And so now I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do because I'm righteous.
That's right.
So now if you have a problem, then I'm gonna question you.
Okay.
Because what I say be true, don't it?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
now if you have a problem, I have to question you, right?
Absolutely.
I don't question me
That's
because I
right.
know what my heart is.
Mhm.
I don't intentionally hurt nobody. I try to inform, to make you out a better person or a more understanding person on what's really going on in this world, right? And hopefully we could just pass it around
That's
like
right.
we used to, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And we have to be willing to listen.
Right.
That's one of the things, is listening.
Yeah. You
You're willing to
learn a
listen.
lot.
And
See, that's
accept
why.
what?
That's right. That's why you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? You know what I'm saying? It's good, and I wish you luck with it, right? I always try to inform, especially I love my people, right?
Me
and
too.
I see what we do wrong too.
Mhm,
You know what I mean? And I try to, give them another way of looking at it, right? And hopefully
Absolutely.
you'll grow from that. If not, I did my job.
Absolutely. Are you getting more younger people in here?
Because they're starting to wear hats. You see hats just explode.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's based on what I just told you. In
Okay.
2000, I opened up in 202. And they was wearing baseball caps. Everybody got casual attitude, and I'm
Okay.
holding steady, right? I said, because
Okay.
they gonna come. When they start seeing them hat parties. And see, remember now, that was 2011
Okay.
on that book I showed you from that
Okay.
hat party. But we actually started in 207,
Mm-hmm.
and people start seeing men in hats and they look good, right? They look like a man. They start to act like a man. See, and that came from my upbringing. See, when I graduated from 8th grade, my father bought me, a suit, the tie, and then bought me a straw hat, right?
Okay.
Put that hat on me and told me, he said, now you're a man, right? See, and that hit me, and I
Okay.
took it,
Mm-hmm.
right, for what he was giving it. So I started to act like a man, and it's still true today.
That's right.
Buy
And
your
that's
son.
and the fact that, you know, I think a lot of people now, they just grow up, but to acknowledge at a certain point in your life, you're a man.
Right, you have
And
to.
this is what makes you a man, or you're a woman now.
That's right.
And this is what you should be doing as
That's
a woman.
right.
And you begin to just in one day, you know,
Transform.
transform.
But if you didn't know,
But somebody had to make you
that's right.
aware.
That's right.
Somebody had to make you aware of
That's
that.
right. And that's what we had gotten away for now,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're listening more to the media,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they following what the media tell them,
And
right?
the media is saying
That's
do
right.
whatever you
That's
want to
right.
do,
That's right. See?
basically.
Right. No guidelines.
Nope.
Right. Do what
Yep.
we tell you.
No boundaries.
That's right. We do what we tell you to do, and
Mhm.
then you in style, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what you do. You have to create your own style.
Right.
You know, I mean, it takes work, but then once you start to feel it, and your confidence level, where you understand what I'm doing is right.
Mm-hmm.
See, people can't tell you to do wrong when you know what's right. You know,
That's right.
but you know, the majority of us out here, we have to find our way. You know.
Now, do you have hats for women?
Yeah,
Okay.
I sell the best. I sell. This is why I'm still in business, and this is what I
Okay.
tell business people: sell quality,
Okay.
because everybody can sell that garbage.
Okay.
The Chinese store got that cheap hats.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, they selling cheap hats at the flea. You know, but when
Okay.
you buy quality, you know what I mean. They can't just go by, and then you don't see yourself going and coming. Excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna show you the best
Okay.
for ladies, right? This is Borsellino.
Uh-huh.
This is Borsellino. This is the best
good.
they make, right?
It's probably not gonna fit my head, but
No, you got tricks to that too, right?
okay. But this
You know?
is nice.
Yeah. See, that's Borsellino. And you see how firm that is, right?
Mhm.
Now, this is a less expensive hat. Let me that. See, that's a less expensive hat, right?
Okay.
Okay, you see the difference,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you're dealing in quality, this is what this is, right?
Okay.
See, and I do that for men, and I just started with women, you know, with Borsellino. Now, that hat is
Okay.
$395.
Okay.
This hat is
Okay.
$59, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
That's a big
you know,
difference in price.
yes,
That's a
right.
big
So,
difference in quality.
right. But if you know quality, you know why one is 59 and one is through something, right?
Okay.
See, and that's the thing, right?
So when we talk about quality, you make hats.
Make hats
right?
too.
Handmade.
You could design your hat and
how
we
did
make
you
it.
how did you get into making hats? Did you go to
You
school?
love hats.
or-
No, somebody
No?
teach you, right? You know,
Uh-huh.
we can't let the secrets out, but we good.
Okay,
You know
you
what I
good.
mean?
So you
That's
make the
right.
hats. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And so when you talk about quality and you say handmade,
Those are from Italy. See, I
Okay.
have hats from all over the world.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So, Italy, Switzerland, Sweden, you know, this is quality stuff. It's quality material.
so it's quality material,
right.
quality
Craftsmanship. That's right. And people who
Uh-huh.
know. See, you know quality when you feel it and when you see it, right? So
Okay.
you know why they cost different prices, right? And I don't have no problem, like I tell them, say, if you come in and you looking for something cheap, I got a few, right? But if you look quality, I got it over here, you know.
So if somebody comes into a hat shop, you know, because maybe the average person doesn't spend that kind of money for a hat.
Right.
All right. And so you come into a store like this, and what should you look for in a quality hat?
I look at a
What is you looking
person.
at?
No, you look at the person. See,
Now, so what should I look for as a customer?
if it feel good to you,
Uh-huh.
it's good, right?
Okay.
If it's rough, it's like sandpaper.
Okay.
It's not good quality, right?
Okay. Because the first hat I saw when I came in here
What?
were those purple hats over there.
Right, that's fur film. I can use that as an example. Right?
Okay. Okay.
And this is for anybody who out trying to buy hats. You have to understand quality speaks, right?
Okay.
Now this is the hat you saw, right here.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But it's quality purple. That's why it stood out. You feel that?
Okay.
Rub that.
Oh, yes.
See, that's fur. That's not wool. See, it's like the difference between a fur coat and a wool coat, right? But that's fur.
Okay.
See, this is the size. That's a 7 1/4. You might be a 7.
Okay.
You know what
And
I
then
mean?
I'm looking at the, so this is the hat that I saw that I really liked when I came in, and then the inside.
That's right. It's quality. See, it's got a lining in it. See, you know, that's how you know it's got all the bells and whistles, right?
Okay.
Now, show you how good I am, right?
Okay.
I told you what size you were on point, right?
Cause yeah, this is definitely not my size,
Right.
but it's a beautiful. This is a beautiful hat.
I'll just put this on you, right? You still there?
Okay.
See, right?
Okay.
Now, see,
So
that's
that
your
that
size.
fits.
Right.
Mhm.
See what I mean?
Okay.
It's just the difference in, you know, I've been doing this long enough where I can look at you when you come in the door and know what
Okay.
size you are, right?
Okay.
Also, I can determine what quality person you is based on what you got on. Now watch this hat. You see that? That's beaver. See this Borsalino,
Okay.
right?
So Borsalino
It's
is
the
a,
best, right?
is
Watch
the
this.
best.
See. Now, you see that? See.
So that's a hat you can
That's right.
work with. You can do
Right. See,
Okay.
that's why you pay the money.
Okay.
See, now, you don't want quality, right? I got something for you too, but if, you
Okay.
know, but everybody know. Quality people know
What about
quality.
this hat?
That's nice. That's a Dobbs.
A Dobbs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So these names of these hats are different brands.
that's right.
Okay, and made in different countries.
That's right.
Okay, so you mentioned some of these, and then the different materials.
Right.
So, what is the range or line of materials that you would expect a hat to be made of?
It
You
depends
mentioned
on what you like. If you don't want to spend the kind of money, you get wool.
wool.
You get a wool hat. That's like a wool coat, as I told you, right?
Okay.
Then if you like quality, you go up to fur, which that purple hat was, right?
Okay.
Then you want to go a little bit more up the chain, you go with that beaver,
Okay.
right? That's
Okay.
beaver hair, you know? So that's what you pay for. See, but
Okay.
one thing you have to understand, when you buy quality, you just buy it once in a lifetime.
So that hat's gonna last you.
Last you a lifetime. You buy the other ones, right? I tell people sometime I'll see you next year,
Okay.
you know, because it's
Okay.
only going to last 2 years at the max, right?
Okay.
Before it starts to lose its shape and volume and stuff. But if you buy quality, you know,
And what about with the elements, the weather? Your
beaver,
beaver.
it's wintertime, right?
Wintertime, you don't have
That's
to worry
right,
about the
that's
snow
right, the
getting
snow,
on
right.
it.
That's right, beavers, that's why you buy beaver, right? And that's why you buy fur.
Okay.
You know, it keep your head warm and it can stand the elements.
Okay.
You know, you have to know the fundamental things about a hat, but I'm 20 years in, so I should know something, right?
Now I saw some categories for different styles. It's like vintage,
That's older.
vintage hats.
Yeah.
So what would you be looking at?
Vintage
Something
hats
like
is
that.
some of the hats that you see in old movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are hats that was made in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. See, men been wearing hats all their life, right? This ain't no new game. The game don't change.
So are
Don't
those
let
styles obsolete?
No,
Or are they still available?
no.
So
When you
somebody
buy
wants a vintage hat, you
classic.
come in here and
Classic. Do the
hook 'em up.
classic. It's a
Mhm.
classic design that never go out of style. You can see just like I make this hat look just like the hat James Cagney wore in the movies. Watch this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
See? And they never go out of style. That's why you spend that money.
Okay.
So they don't go
Did
out
they
of
ever come to you for hats
Who?
for movies?
No, they go to their people.
They go to their
They
people.
go to their people, right?
Okay.
I'm not this, you know.
Okay.
I understand what's going on. Now,
Okay.
if I was the other color, right?
Sure. They be.
With what I know,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be they'll be all over me,
All
right?
over.
I know who they gave the movie money to. See, I pay attention to.
Okay.
Right, they gave the movie money to a guy that learned how to make hats by a black man, and did what he did, and now
Okay.
he's in the game. So now by him having the right color skin, right, Yeah, that's
And
what
see,
get
another thing, another reason why we have this podcast, because we have black people should be supporting black
That's
people,
right.
and so you get all these black movie makers and
Right.
people making movies here in Chicago.
Right.
Then they should be coming to you.
They should, but
Same thing with our bookstores. I have authors, black authors, that come on our bookstore. Some of them are local. They come on our podcast, rather. And I said, well, where can we purchase this book? And you know the first thing that flies out of their mouth? Amazon.
Yeah, go on Amazon. Yeah.
I said, well, what about the black bookstores here in Chicago? That should be your first stop.
No, but who was that said if slaves knew they weren't slaves?
Harriet Tubman.
That's right.
Harriet
That's
Tubman.
right. I could have saved many more, right? See, and that still holds true today, right?
Wow.
They don't understand when we circulate our money among each other. Why you think every other race come in our community and say, we can't go in Bridgeport. We can't go over there in Italy. See?
So on Divine,
that's right.
They won't support you.
Right. And then they'll run you out. See, because they'll stop. But everybody come here and we support them and we do it. But I fight, see.
Sure.
See, I've been fighting and I understand us.
That's right.
So that's why I was telling you got to have a quality product.
Absolutely.
Then they'll come. Because now what the man trying to sell you is garbage, right? At high prices, because he gonna max you out. What make you think other people gonna treat you better than you? I mean, this is something that always it's perplexed me, right? Said, I'm gonna go down here on the road. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I said, go on, right? You think he gonna treat you better than me? He don't even let him touch the hat. They wouldn't let you try a hat on like that. The prices what they are, and my prices is where they are, and I give you good customer service. I treat you like a human being. I can't do no more than that. That's why you see the way I talk, right? I can't do no more than that. I give you exactly what you deserve. Good customer service, respect, quality merchandise at a good price. Because I got to stay in business too.
Absolutely.
So you have to understand, I'm not selling out of trunk. I have to pay rent, light, gas. I got overhead, right?
Absolutely.
This is called brick and mortar, right?
That's
this
right.
is a whole new different game I'm playing, right?
That's
So
right.
I got to play to win, I just look at them, right? If they don't understand, I will tell you, right?
That's right.
Because it's the truth.
Well, you winning. You've been here for 20 years.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, you have won.
Oh, yeah, I feel like a winner, too.
That's
I'm
right.
I talk like a winner, too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I know that's right.
That's why I told you. That's why I know why freedom feels so good.
Absolutely.
Right? You know why it costs so much? Because it feels good, right? See, right now you get to a point in your life where you don't have to do that stuff, right? And when people tell you, well, I'm done. See, before I, give in to your ignorance, right? I'm done. Because one thing it proves to you after 20 years is that you're successful.
That's right.
You ain't guessing. You proved it, right? And now it hasn't been easy. You know what I mean? You have to fight, keep on going, keep on naysayers and people that try to stop you. You got to keep on and proceed. But at the end, when you start seeing you winning, that's where the reward is.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You feel good. You talk good, right?
These are words of wisdom to
Right.
you young entrepreneurs out there.
Right. See, I told
So these are words of wisdom.
years ago, I told them, I said, I could teach a class on what they didn't teach you in Harvard Business School about black business, because I know it.
Absolutely.
Right? See,
Absolutely.
and that's what you need to know. See, you got a different animal that you dealing with. See, you go in Macy's, the price is there. You know what I mean? That's what you pay and you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All right. Absolutely. Well, we're on location here at the Stepper store, Bernard's Hats, and we're talking with Bernard at 9017 South Commercial. And Bernard is taking out time in his busy day to talk about his establishment and to share words of wisdom with us about how he's been successful. And Bernard's been in business for 20 years. and that speaks volumes. And he's trying to do a wonderful business here. This is a wonderful store. He has hats here. He has clothing items here, shirts, mostly men's in terms of wear, just about for any occasion. And everything, as he says, that's here in this store is quality. And he also makes some wonderful hats for ladies. So you ladies that are looking for hats for different occasions, and you ladies that are looking for hats for church, and you want them handmade, and you want them in the color that you want or the style that you want, this is a great place to come, Bernard. I'm very happy with what he's doing here. So he's had to step away for a second, but again, this is about black business, and every time we talk about black business, we have to talk about black people, and we have to talk about our culture, and we have to talk about our needs and our desires, and what is unique to our people. So as Bernard created this establishment here with these hats, this is not just a hat store. He calls it the Stepper Store. And these hats evolved around a very small business and our style of dance. And so every time we create something, it's a part of our culture. It's a part of our spirit. It's a part of our improvisation, as he so eloquently explained. And so it's just wonderful sitting here listening to him and talking with him. So he stepped away. I hope he comes back soon as we finish this interview. But this is in the Roseland area here in Chicago. And a lot of these areas here, like Roseland and Inglewood and Bronzeville and Chatham, these used to be really hopping communities for black people, a lot of prominent black people. And so he's back.
Let me show you something.
He's gonna show. I won't be able to bring the
right.
camera over here
But
to
anyway.
you. Yeah. So, but I was just telling them, what a wonderful establishment this is, and this is a historical place.
Right,
if we were doing a tour, bringing tourists, I would bring tourists in here.
Right.
Because this is a style. When you go to other countries, you go and look at other people's culture and their dress and how they wear, what they wear. This is our history here.
This is see what one thing too. You see that? That's the front page of the Tribune.
Okay.
Business section, right? And you told me that you had never heard of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the front page right there. Those two there.
Okay.
Right? And that was in 2011.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
See, now I don't know. Like I say, you just keep on chugging along,
Mm-hmm.
right? But see, when you have accolades like that in the business, right, they know you taking care of business.
That's right.
So
that's right. Absolutely. So what's popular here? What's most popular?
the classics.
The classics.
See, one thing people don't understand, you could buy. Brooks Brothers said if you surround your wardrobe around fad clothing, you're looking at tomorrow's dust rag.
Okay.
Right, but if you buy classics and you buy quality, they don't go out of style.
Okay.
See? So it'll last you if it's good material.
So what are examples of a classic?
Classic look. And
Classic
hat
look.
is what you've been seeing your grandfather with, right?
Okay.
And your father with. You still see a guy with that same hat that you saw your grandfather with. It, it kicks you back there. It makes you understand, oh man, my grandfather, this would make me feel good. My grandfather had hats like that, right? And he left them to me, right? And they in these kind of boxes you got in here, right?
Okay.
I said, that shows you, right? You can wear that same hat now that your father wear. A lot of guys, they buy hats so they can leave it to their sons
Sure.
as heirlooms,
Sure.
right? Our clean
Sure.
and block hats, they come back when they good quality.
Mm-hmm.
They come back like they brand new.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
our people, we couldn't afford back in the day to back clothes that after 1 year they ain't no good. We bought suits was made out of good material to last.
And you know, as you talk about that passing down the heirloom, you know, that's something that our people really need to become more aware of, because we have clothing, we have furniture,
Right.
you know, the quilts and things
That's
that
right.
maybe your great grandmothers made, and our culture.
That's right.
We are so, our music,
Right.
we are so quick to throw it
Abandoned.
away.
That's right.
And
Our culture.
to move on, you know, old school,
That's
new
right.
school,
Right.
you know, we have to learn to appreciate
That's right.
and hold on to what we have, and that's just across the board, whether it's property,
Right.
a house, you
We-
know, when somebody passes away,
You see what happens with
they
us with that.
sell everything
That's right.
off,
We
and then we
abandon.
have nothing that we
That's right.
abandon, and we
Right.
have to stop doing that.
See, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? One of those quilts your grandmother and them used to make would cost now.
Oh,
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Now, grandma tried to sit you down and teach you how to,
Yep.
no, I don't want to do that. I want to go drink. You know what I mean? But you could, if you could make quilts now, right? And you put them together, you'll get rich. You know, them other folks love that stuff, right? We the only one don't like,
I know in Virginia area, they spend a lot of money maintaining everything like it was.
Right.
And there's a George Washington's plantation.
Right.
And they spend millions of dollars
To
every
maintain.
year to keep it
That's
just
right.
like it was.
That's right.
And black people were slaves.
That's right.
His little house,
Right.
even the Potomac River.
Right.
You know,
Right.
changing nothing.
Right. We built
Maintaining
everything.
their history. That's right.
Yeah, and like you said, they took credit for it. I mean, the truth is the light. Now, I tell the truth, right? See, by me being a free man, right, you know what you going to do? You going to lock me up? You know what I mean? See, you don't sign my check. This is what I'm telling you, right? When people sign your check, they can control you. That's the new whip, right?
Absolutely.
But if you get your own, right, you start feeling like it feels, right?
Absolutely.
How good it feels, right? You don't want to abandon that. Let me get a
Absolutely.
customer while you do that.
Okay, you have a
How you
customer
doing?
here.
All right.
All right.
What's going on with you, bro?
I just want to price your hats.
Which one?
Like the ones that's turned up.
What style you like? We got the Dobbs and Stetsons on that side. These are another brand here.
Say, so we have a customer.
$69.99, right?
No, not something like what you, the brown or the black, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
It's here $49.99.
That's what it is.
Yeah, this is everyday.
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah,
want.
casual or something down like the at the bottom.
Right. Oh, you want some casual?
Yeah, something casual.
Okay, let's see if I got your size.
Okay, we have a customer here looking for something casual, and he knows the price range that he's looking for.
It's big there.
Okay, well, we'll see.
What's that?
We got the small, medium, we got the large, extra large. See, but also I can tighten them up to make them look like you want to look. Make them look now, okay? Now that, there it is, right there.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What size is that?
That's what's that?
Medium?
Small, medium.
Medium, yeah. You have something like that in black too?
Yeah. I got it in black. Yeah. You like black?
Yeah. I might have brown too because I got a brown
Right,
jacket
for that
too.
price.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What time y'all close?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I just brought my granddaughter to the school up there.
Okay, well.
So,
I'm
you
here to
said,
see.
how much that is? now?
$49.99.
Okay, 49.
Mm-hmm.
Black one and brown.
Okay.
All right then.
I'm here to
Sweet.
see. All right. What's your name?
Bill.
Bill on Bernard.
Okay, Bernard.
All right.
All right.
Come back.
Thank
and see
you.
me.
Okay, have a good
Oh
day.
yeah, oh yes, oh yes. I'm a casual type guy, so I like my hats and and caps and stuff like that.
All right, I understand.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Let me get
See
across
you.
the street before I get a ticket.
All right, all right.
All right.
You see, what I was telling you, I treat everybody the same. Everybody
Okay,
the same.
everybody the
right?
same.
You know what I mean? $49 and $595,
Okay.
you know. And then, you know, did I make him feel any kind of way other than special, right?
Because he knew what he wanted, what he
Right.
was looking for,
That's
and
right.
you showed him
That's right.
what you had, and you had what he needed.
That's right.
The color, the size.
That's right.
So now he's looking at the price, and
That's
so
right.
I'm sure he'll be
If
back.
if he wanted, he'll come back.
He'll come
right?
back.
I don't have that. I don't have a problem.
That's right.
I
That's
keep
right.
forgetting you got this camera.
That's
rolling,
right. The
girl.
camera's rolling, so we'll have to do some editing here, but that's okay.
Right. That's right.
So people come in here for what occasions?
Wedding.
Like this this man just came in. And he
Casual.
was just looking for a casual
Right.
hat to wear.
But you'd be surprised when people about not having a wardrobe,
Mm-hmm.
and they come in and somebody they have death in the family, they got to
Okay.
go to a funeral or whatever. This be their first time buying a suit,
Mm-hmm.
you know, 'cause they so casual. And a hat, I want to look like a man. You know, my father died and he wore that. Woo woo. But see, some men have a wardrobe with suits and hats in them, and some be their first.
Okay.
But after you put them on, you can see them, right? They
Okay.
transition right before your face, right?
Okay.
You know, and I learned that actually my first year in business, right? A guy came in to buy a hat, and I had just had these floors cleaned and mopped and waxed, looking so pretty and everything, right?
Okay.
And I put a hat on him, and he did the James Brown moonwalk
Ah,
and scuffed the
up your
floor, right? I looked, I said, see, they feel a certain way, right?
Sure.
It makes
sure.
you, this is what we talking about. You can feel a hat. See, you feeling that hat. You ain't even took it off,
No, I
right?
haven't even
See,
taken
this is
it
what I'm
off.
saying. So you feel, you feel clothes,
Mm-hmm.
right? And see, when you got a person with that's giving you good customer service, he's gonna make you aware of it,
That's
right?
right.
That's
That's
the
right.
one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, I could tell you're comfortable with it, right?
Yep, it fits.
That's right.
And
You
right
know?
color.
That's right. You ain't had to make any adjustments, right? And it's quality. So that's why when you giving a person good customer service and you educating them and all that, you can't give them no more than that. See, I know.
So when a woman comes in here to look for a hat, how do you handle
I
her?
started off right. I let her know that sometimes women can wear a man's hat and look good. See, you don't think that just say women and men, right? You know what I mean? So you could try that on, or you want a wide brim, or you want a medium brim. Are you comfortable with this? You go to the mirror. The mirror gonna tell you, right? If it's a man hat, it don't look like it. It's a woman hat now, right?
Right.
Because I put it on and I'm comfortable with
Right.
it, right? And that's what you do, because it's for you. See, I'm not buying my hat for you. I'm buying my hat for me. So if I get in that mirror, it makes me feel a certain way. That's when you know you got the right hat on. That's why I let gentlemen try on 2 or 3 different styles, and then when he put the one that he feels, he turn around and he look. Yeah,
That's it.
right.
That's
it.
it.
See,
That's
that's
it.
why I was telling you, some of the other stores don't let you try hats on because that's their thing with us, with black people, you know, and they don't give you good customer service. They talk to you any kind of way, and you still go. I tell me, you still gave them your money, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
well, you know, I know about you, or you know about me now, but you know,
As long as you're going in there spending your
That's
money,
right.
it's
That's
not
all
going
they
to
get.
stop.
that's right.
It's not going to stop.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I guess this is probably concluding our interview. I have learned so much.
Oh, yeah, and that's what my customers say.
I have learned so much, about hats,
Right,
and I definitely want to get a winter hat,
that's right.
And I like the idea that you would design the hat.
Make it,
According
but you
to-
right. But
according
see,
to
what I was
what you
trying to
want.
tell you, right? You could design your hats. We'll make it up, right? But I try to get people to stay with the classics, because
Okay.
if you do fads, right? You know,
And what's the best way to care for your hats?
keep a box. See, anytime you got a good hat, a box comes with it. you get a box with
Okay.
it, right?
Okay.
Now them other little hats, you don't get no box, right?
Okay.
You know, say like Stetson and Dobbs, which is
Mhm.
behind me, they supply you with boxes,
Okay.
right? Because they know it's important, you know, that you put it in a box and you take care of it. It'll last you a lifetime.
Okay.
You let it sit it around, the grandbaby get it and ball it up, and it's a cheap hat anyway. You're done. She might do like this and it come apart, right?
Now those types of hats, your more expensive hats, could you take those to the cleaners?
No, we
Where would
clean
you
and
take-
reblock.
Ah,
need
you
a-
clean them
need-
and reblock
yeah,
them
you
here.
need-
Check that out.
Yeah, you have to have
Okay.
you know, people who know what they
Know what they're doing.
know, and some people go to the cleaners and then bring it over here after cleaners mess it up, right? I done seen it all in 20 years. That's why
Okay.
it don't surprise
All
me.
right, so you can get the hat cleaned and reblocked.
That's right.
Okay. What about repairs?
Repairs if it's necessary, but most of the time it's time to buy a new one because you didn't take care of that one.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
that's when something happens when you didn't take care of it.
Okay. Well, can you give us some closing remarks, Bernard? This has been wonderful talking to you.
Okay, well, go into business,
Mhm.
support black business,
That's right.
encourage black business.
That's right.
Right, that's the only way we're gonna get out of this, right?
That's right, because that's how Tulsa, Oklahoma
Right.
was so
We done
successful.
saw all this before.
That's right,
though,
and
but you
there
saw
were
what
other
happened.
towns
That's
besides
right,
Tulsa
that's right.
too.
We done saw our history.
Mhm.
We act like we've tried to forget our history or it
Mhm.
didn't exist, right? You're supposed to learn from your history, right?
Mhm.
See, now, if that formula worked back then, it'll
Mhm.
work now.
And see, some people are so busy trying to get a little something for themselves.
Right.
They're looking at the situation maybe as hopeless. So let me get something for myself.
Okay.
And you're not looking at the importance, the significance of the
Right.
collective.
Oh, right.
You know?
Well, you just explained something to me that, you know, how
Mhm.
you be trying to understand that behavior. Because if it's
Mhm.
not in you, then you wouldn't understand it.
Right.
So, now you said something that, you know, people see as a dire need. Just let me get mine.
Yeah,
I
let
ain't
me
worried
get
about never
mine.
get mine.
There's
I
been
ain't
a
worried-
lot of that, Bernard.
Right, okay.
There's a lot of that going on.
Right.
You know.
See, but like I said, you can't save everybody.
That's right.
Right?
Mhm.
But if you see one that's warranted, you help them along. See,
Okay.
you'll see it. You know,
Mhm.
when they don't see her, I be looking for somebody who can take over. You know, I want to show them how to do this and leave them, but it's not anybody.
Okay.
So you got to have a love for it.
A
You
passion,
got
that's right.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
You got, and I know
That's right.
when I talk to you, and I might say, "Oh, come back
Mhm.
and see me Thursday," right?
Okay.
Okay. And this was Friday, right?
Mhm.
And Thursday come, they don't show up.
Don't
See,
show
that
up.
tells me a whole
Tells
lot,
you a
right?
whole lot. Mhm.
You know, I might even tell them, come back and see me in 3 hours. We'll sit down because I'm busy
Mhm.
right now,
Mhm.
right? They don't show up. Then they show
Okay.
up a week ago and tell me, not just look.
Okay.
See, it don't work like that.
That's right.
You know, that's a test, right? If you hungry, you going to come back.
That's right.
And if it's food on the table and you want to eat, you
That's
will
right.
do what you need to do. So you got to start somewhere.
That's right.
You know, and they don't want to start. They want to start at the top. It don't work like that.
Mhm.
When I opened this store, it was a blank all the way through. There was nothing on the walls or nothing, right? And I was
Now
like,
it's full
oh,
of pictures
right.
and
That's 20
and
years,
everything.
right?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, I
Mhm.
mean, I just share it with. I'm glad I'm, interviewing with you. You could share.
Absolutely.
See, some people, they don't know what to do with things, right?
Mhm,
But you
mhm.
understand through our conversation that
Mhm.
this is a lot of wisdom, right?
That's right.
That I need to share. And
That's
when you
right.
saw my video, right,
That's right.
on channel 23,
Mhm.
that was so impressive that they played it more than they were supposed to because there
Okay.
wasn't that many blacks on it, right?
Sure.
Now they did show that this is a black business, right? And
Mhm.
we're gonna put it on Black History Month and all that, right?
Okay.
See, when you
Okay.
got good product, this is what I'm telling you, quality product.
Mhm.
How did you enjoy the video?
Mhm.
That
It
was very
great.
good,
It
right?
was great.
It was 2
Mhm.
cameras in here. That wasn't no one trick,
Mhm.
and they
Mhm.
did it proper, right?
Mhm.
And that's
Mhm.
why it's still, now that was 11 years ago,
Okay.
and it's impressive today. This is what I'm
Mhm.
telling you about the classics.
Okay.
So you all right. You
Absolutely.
just do
absolutely.
me justice.
Well, listen, Bernard's Stepper Store, 9017 South Commercial here in Chicago in the Roseland community. Thank you, Bernard, for being a part of this interview.
It's South Chicago.
This is South Chicago?
Mhm.
I thought we were in Roseland.
No, this is
Okay,
commercial. We in South
commercial,
Chicago.
okay.
Right? Then they asked
Correct
me,
me.
this is for other business. They
Business,
asked me,
okay.
why did you move over here, Bernard?
Okay.
And I tell them, I said, it's a good business move. You have to.
Where were you before?
No, this is my first
your
one.
first
I used
one?
to have I'm a graphic designer by trade. I used to have an office upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
All right.
So when I moved here, I said, you hit the demographics, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? I said, okay. Demographics is this. I got foot traffic, I got bus traffic, I got car traffic, I got 2 states,
Okay.
Chicago and Indiana. Now you tell me about those kind of demographics,
Okay.
right? Then you ask me why I moved here.
Okay.
You do your homework.
Okay,
And
so
you
this
do-
has been a good spot.
Yeah, you have to build it. Now when I was on here, it wasn't but 2, maybe 3 stores on this block.
Mm-hmm.
See, now I bought quality people in the area,
Okay.
right? Because I sell quality merchandise.
Okay.
So now other store. Then this guy moved over across the street with the shoe store,
Mm-hmm.
the nail shop. This popped up, and 20 years ago, this was a ghost town, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Bernard.
All
Well, this is going to end our interview
Right.
with Bernard's Steppers store
All right.
here at 9017 South Commercial. And I do want to indicate our book of the month by Tamika Scott. She's an R&B songwriter and singer, and she has a recipe book called Table Set Cooking, A Taste of the South. And this book was recommended by our bookstore of the month, The Book Joint, which is located in Boxville in Bronzeville here on 51st Street in Chicago. So all you have to do to become a winner of this book is to subscribe. Go to our website at rrgbc.org and subscribe. You can also watch all of our podcasts, which are archived on our website. You can also make a donation to RRGBC, which would help us to continue to do the work that we are doing for our community. And I want to thank you again for coming, and have a good night.